Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to week 2 and welcome back to our Members Hub. I hope you guys had an amazing time over your last week as well. You got to meet with your trainer. You guys gave it everything you could in your training session. Really got to feel out the process and see what's happening as well. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So just a quick recap as well from last week. What we discussed was a couple of things. Obviously, get in touch with your trainer and make yourself known as well. Identifying what your goals are and the reason why you're doing this. And the third thing as well was just getting that health assessment filled out. So like I said, if you haven't done that just yet, just go back and let's sort that out as well. Just keep an appointment with myself or one of the trainers, or alternatively jump on at Figure for Training at outlook.com and let's get those in so they're all locked away, so you know you guys are really working hard towards an awesome result. Okay, cool. So starting off this week here, what we are going to do is discuss macronutrients, the first big topic in our 10-week challenge here. So before we go ahead and break it down, I want to just make one thing really clear. Any of you out there that are experiencing maybe food allergies or food related problems as well, I would highly recommend that you seek some advice from a trained professional like a dietitian or nutritionist before we go ahead, because most of the information that I am going to outlay today for you is going to be keeping things relatively simple as well, still using everyday foods and not really limiting anything. So for example, if you are suffering maybe from what's called chronic obesity as well, just talk to your dietitian, nutritionist first, and then come back, speak to us as well. We'll get the information from them and work together with them just to help you get the results that you're really after. Alright, so like I said, without further ado, today is macronutrients. What are macronutrients and what do they do for you? Alright, so kicking it off, macronutrients, they can be classified as 3 major food groups. The first being carbohydrates, the second being proteins, and the third being fats. Alright, those are the 3 main ones that we focus on here. Fibers come under your carbohydrates, but that will be covered in a completely different video for you guys. So kicking it off is we got carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, generally given a bad rap for what they've done in the past in conjunction to obesity, blood sugars, and all the bad stuff as well. Carbs are actually good for the body when used correctly. Alright guys, so over the course of this year, we're not going to do any low carb diets or no carb diets because they just don't work for us. Alright, the idea of this program is to make everything really simple for you as well, so you can still go out there, enjoy life, enjoy time with your family, and pick good wholesome foods. Alright, so you never really feels like you're on a diet, you know, it just feels like you're here living a healthy lifestyle. And obviously, like I said, if you got any questions, shoot them back to us. We love questions. That's what we're here for. So, carbohydrates, what are they? Carbohydrates can be classified into 2 major complexes here. You've got your simple carbohydrates and you've got your complex carbs. Alright, just breaking them down, a really good way I always teach most of my clients on how to define what carb is. Before you go ahead and eat something or buy something as well, just think to yourself this question here. Before I actually buy this or eat this carbohydrate here, did it go through a processing stage? For example, was it run through a factory, a mill? Has it gone from the actual plant-based item through to something completely different? Like, let's take for example chips. Actually a great one as well. They've gone from a whole potato from the ground. They've gone through, obviously they've been washed, which is not part of the processing period there, but they've then been cut up as well. They've then been altered, so the actual form's been altered, deep fried, baked, whatever it is. They've then been put with some additives, preservatives, and then they're into a foil bag on the shelf for you guys to eat. Now that's something I classify as a simple carb. The other one there is a complex carb, and a complex carb is pretty easy to define. These are actually the ones that we will really ask you guys to use a lot more of in your nutrition, and the best way to ask yourself this is, did it come from good old Mother Nature, straight from there to our plate? If that's a yes, then you're on the right path. Alright, that is your complex carb. Now we're not going to break it down for you and tell you how many carbs to eat or when you should eat how often you should eat, but we will give you some rough ideas here. Keeping it very simple, like I said, playing with simple and complex carbs. Let's do this here. Let's keep simple carbs around your training times. So for example, before training, during your training, and after your training. Alright, Other times we're going to use complex carbs from the morning right through as well. And a typical example of this here could look like in the morning, oats, for example. So rolled oats, steel cut oats over any of the box cereals because those are more processed. At lunch, choosing perhaps baked potatoes, baked sweet potatoes over chips, as I explained as well, or actually French fries. Obviously in the afternoon when you get hungry as well, feel free to grab some fruit as well, as we will discuss this in more detail. And then at dinner time, choosing an alternative such as veggies over a really heavy or hearty pasta as well. Once again, there's a lot of processed stuff in there. Okay, so that's it there for you guys. Now, just to make things really simple for you, we've actually gone ahead and created a hyperlink on the carbohydrate tab. So if you just click on that there, that will bring up a cheat sheet for simple and complex carbs for you guys to take away. So screenshot that, download that there, memorize if you've got an awesome memory. All right, that's just going to make your nutrition a lot more easier as well. And like I said, if you have any more questions, guys, shoot it back to us. We love questions. All right, guys, so on to proteins, the second macronutrient. You have all probably heard, you know, gym junkies, bodybuilders alike talking about proteins, what they do for you. You have to have proteins. You know, they make you skinny, they make you fat, they make you big, they bulk you up. Look, all these are true. Yes, your body does need proteins, okay? And like I said, we're not going to get stuck on how much protein you should have a day, or specifically, if you want to find that specific information out there, we highly recommend you hitting up a dietitian or nutritionist, or speak to us about it more. Speak to one of our trainers and we can get in contact with you about that. Alright, so like I said, our body does need proteins, but why do we need proteins? Alright, this magical macronutrient here does wonders for the body. For most of us, our main aim is to lose weight. Alright, and when you look at your body as well, your body is made up of obviously bones, fibers, and then you obviously got your muscle tissue as well, followed by maybe a thin layer of fat there, and then obviously your skin. So when your body obviously increases in muscle mass, your heart works a lot harder as well to actually generate blood all the way through as well, which keeps your heart rate up at a higher pace, which in turn obviously means you are going to burn a lot more fat. Okay, technical jargon, that's probably as heavy as we're going to get today. But like I said, so when you have proteins, what they do for your body is three main things there. That one, they are going to help with bone density, alright, help create stronger bones. Number two, they are going to help repair muscle tissue. So after a heavy training session, or maybe a hard day at work, depending on the work you do as well, it's going to help repair muscle fibers and muscle tissues. If you've hurt yourself with an injury as well, this is going to help you as well, just repairing those muscle fibers. And the last one there too is actually going to help your muscle fibers grow. So like I said, just relating back to before, the increase in proteins will increase muscle fiber growth as well, which is going to help your overall fat loss goals as well. And the same applies for those that want to increase, their lean mass. If you want to increase, by doing that as well, just incorporating more carbs. Increasing more proteins. So, where do we get these proteins from? There's a lot of sources out there, alright guys? You can get them from lean meats, you can get them from poultry, you can get them from dairy, you can get it from nuts and seeds, you can get it from legumes, you can even get it from vegetables as well. So depending on your dietary requirements, there is a source out there that's going to suit you one way or another. Alright, and yes, you've also heard of protein powders. Now that there, we're probably not going to talk about on the video, but if you'd like to find out more information on protein powders, please speak to one of our trainers and we can recommend something for you as well, because there are quite a few things out there, and in today's market we've got so many other proteins out there that have been saturated with anti-caking agents and a whole lot of unnecessary stuff that your body doesn't need. Alright, we're just here to eat some lean, clean food. Awesome stuff. And so just going ahead one more time with this, what we've gone ahead and done for you is also create another hyperlink for the proteins. If you go ahead and click on that link there, you've got a list of different proteins that you can incorporate into your nutrition. Alright, and like I said, if you're having problems with some of these, please talk to us about it or speak to a dietitian or nutritionist. Thanks. The third one we're going to talk about today is going to be fats. for your macronutrients. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and talk about it. I am going to just briefly go over the subject, but I have gone and created a hyperlink for you guys just to click on and actually listen to the professionals how they explain it, okay? It does go into a bit of technical jargon as far as the chemistry breakdown goes, what good fats versus bad fats, and also when you should have them. Alright, so we'll let those guys explain it as well, because I feel that they explain it better for you. If you guys still come back with questions in regards to that, please, again, shoot it back to us. We're happy to answer it for you as well. We do know a bit about fats, but we do find that these guys do a much better job of it, okay? What we will say from the team at Figure Fit Training is that yes, you should include fats into your diet, okay? We're looking at good fats for you guys, alright? So the good fats you will find in this hyperlink here. Implementing that into your diet does a number of things. Number one, it helps with brain functionality. Number two, helps with joint mobility. And number three, also helps and aids in fat loss. That is it for us today, guys. Hopefully you guys take this information away, start incorporating it into your plans from today. And like I said, if you've got any questions or you want to find out more information as well, just hit us up at figurefittraining@outlook.com, or alternatively speak to our trainers. That's it from me, guys. Take care, have a wonderful week. See ya.